Now I love to discuss more than to argue, because in arguments, it's always about who is right. But in discussions, it's always about what is right. Now let's discuss. Before they named you, who were you? Before your mother called you by that name, before school registers, before religion, before tribe, before the pressure to survive, who were you? Somewhere between childhood and responsibility, you stopped asking that question. You became what was needed. Strong, responsible, resilient, the hope of the family, the one who must make money, the one who must not fail. But I ask you again, who are you? Not your hustle, not your bank accounts, not your struggle story, not the version you learned how to survive. Who are you? Most people never ask this question deeply because it is dangerous. It shakes foundations. It dismantles inherited identities. It exposes masks. You were given a name. You were given a tribe. You were given a nationality. You were given a religion. You were given expectations. But none of those were chosen by you. And yet, you built your entire identity around them. You say I am Nigerian. You say I am Igbo. I am trying. I am a Christian. I am broke. I am depressed. But are you? Or are those descriptions of your environments? Somewhere along the way, survival became your personality. You are stressed because money is tight. You are anxious because expectations are heavy. You're tired because responsibilities never ends. And slowly, you start saying, this is just who I am. But no, that is who you had to become to cope. There is a difference. Soul awakening begins the day coping stops being enough. The day distractions don't silence the questions anymore. The day you sit alone, no noise, no scrolling, no escaping, and something inside whispers, there must be more than this. That whisper is not weakness, it is remembrance. It is the beginning. But awakening is not glamorous. It is uncomfortable. You start questioning everything. Your beliefs, your patterns, your habits, your reactions, your addictions, and even your fears. You realize some of your preferences were programming. Some of your limits were inherited. Some of your fears were taught. And that realization is destabilizing. Because if what you believed about yourself isn't fully true, then who are you? This question is ancient. Across African philosophy, self-knowledge was sacred. Not surface identity, not titles, not possessions, but consciousness. Revolutionary thinkers like Kwame Nkrumah warned that mental liberations must come before political liberation. Marcus Garvey declared that a people without knowledge of themselves are easily controlled. Thomas Sankara showed what happens when a leader refuses imposed identity. And in works like The Miseducation of the Negro and The Destruction of Black Civilizations, we are reminded that identity distortion is one of the oldest forms of control. If you don't know who you are, someone will define you, and you will defend that definition as if it were yours. So let's go deeper. Who are you without your pain? If the trauma was healed, who would you be? If money was not a problem, who would you be? If nobody was watching, who would you be? If social media disappeared tomorrow, who would you be? Strip it all away. No performance, no survivor mask, no expectations. Who remains? You might feel silence, and that's good. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is a space, and space is where truth speaks. You are not your bank account. Money is a circumstance. You are not your trauma. Trauma is an experience. You are not your mistakes. Mistakes are events. You are not even your thoughts. Thoughts come and go. So what remains? Awareness. The one who notices. The one who observes the thoughts. The one who feels the emotions. The one who chooses. That is closer to who you are. Not the reaction, but the chooser. Not the wound, but the witness. Not the survivor patterns, but the consciousness behind it. Awakening is not becoming someone new. It is removing who you are not. It is peeling layers. Layers of fear, layers of conditioning, layers of expectations, layers of comparison, layers of shame. And underneath all that, there is clarity. But clarity requires courage. Because once you see clearly, you cannot unsee. You start realizing, maybe I don't actually like what I thought I liked. Maybe I was chasing validation. Maybe I was numbing anxiety. Maybe I confused survival with destiny. And that can burst. Because it means taking responsibility. It means saying, I am not just a victim of circumstances. I am also a participant in my becoming. That realization is power. Who am I? You are potential. You are awareness. You are the choice. You are the one who can define yourself at any moment. Even if you were broke yesterday, even if you were lost last year, even if you were addicted last month, you are not fixed. Identity is not a prison unless you refuse to question it. And here is the truth most people avoid. Asking who am I may cost you relationships. It may cost you comfort. It may cost you approval. Because when you start defining yourself consciously, you stop fitting into unconscious systems. You stop performing. You stop shrinking. You stop apologizing for evolving. And not everyone will understand that. But awakening was never about being understood. It was about being real. Let me tell you something powerful. The most controlled person is the one who never questioned themselves. But the most dangerous person is the one who does. Because once you know who you are, you cannot be easily manipulated. You cannot be easily intimidated. You cannot be easily programmed. You move differently. You choose differently. You respond differently. Not from fear, but from awareness. So tonight, when the noise reduces, when the scrolling stops, when the distractions fade, sit with the question. Do not rush to answer it. Do not Google it. Do not spiritualize it. Just sit with it. Who am I? Not what I do, not what I own, not what I survived, but who am I? And if the answers does not come immediately, very good. It means you're going deeper than surface identity. It means you're not satisfied with inherited labels. It means awakening has begun. I will leave you with this. You are not what broke you. You are not what they named you. You are not what you had to become to survive. You are the one who chooses now. You are the awareness behind the story. You are the author rewriting the narrative. And the day you ask who am I and refuse easy answers, that is the day your real life begins. Pause. Breathe. Ask again. Who am I? And this time, wait for the truth.